some sort of penalty there.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the incident points. Who's leading that charge at the moment? 17 points deducted for Gary Jacobson, or accumulated, I should say, for Gary Jacobson.
All right,
Anton's in here as well, so this is key. And second stop for him.
So that leaves Shane Van Gisbergen out there ahead of Bryce Fullwood and Mark Winterbottom. Jake's still there. Is that Zane Goddard's coming now? So that's car 34.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
All right, the Pertec pit stop. The man who is our effective race leader. Let's see where he rejoins here. And he'll have to wait for Shane Van Gisbergen to complete his second stop as we go on board with Cam Waters up the front straight. Great view here of turn one. We've seen how difficult it can be when you're on your own, when you're around traffic. It turns hard left all the way around, back round on itself. Then she opens up beautifully.
Off to a great start in the championship for him in reality this year as well. He's sitting fourth. He had third in one of the races, qualified third in one of the races down there in Adelaide. Monster Energy Ford Mustang for Tickford Racing. He's 25 years of age. He's had a win. Got 4 pole positions in Supercar competition. Shane Van Gisbergen got a little older just in this past week. 31 years of age. Car number 97. So he now dives into the lane for his second stop. So we'll see how this pans out in the battle with Anton. Remember, there was about a 1 second fluctuating margin between them, and we're going to focus on those gaps. Anton's on the right-hand side of screen, and Shane's in the lane for his second and final stop.
So Shane was 27 seconds ahead of Anton De Pasquale when he came into the lane. It's a 26.5 second pit stop when you include the tyres. It'll be tight. The question is, how tight?
See Anton exploiting every last little bit of that track on the approach, the entry, across that apex and on the exit. Shane serviced and gone. He departs up to that pinch point at the top of the hill. Anton's on the charge and he holds the margin. So he got him, and actually got a reasonable gap by the look of it. So that's about 1.5 seconds according to the computer at the moment. So good job. Nice work.
So now it's game on. Something we've got used to in this E-Series. De Pasquale and Van Gisbergen. Cam Waters is there waiting to pounce if there's any trouble, and there has been trouble between these two, though not tonight. The yellow cover entry of Gary Jacobson on track for another top 10 finish. He was on the podium at Spa last weekend. He's currently 7th. He's got Jack LeBrock and the Super Cheap Auto entry behind him.
Interesting thing for me was the undercut benefit that Anton got then as well. So that, he did a nice job of that. But yeah, Gary, who had ankle surgery earlier in the year, on the podium last week, and in reality, 41 supercar races to his credit. Best performance for him is a couple of 8th placings. Best qualifying for him is a 5th, which he achieved at Sandown last year. Dunlop Series champion in our second tier series in supercar competition in 2016, so he's got a pedigree. And last year, Kelly Racing, 23rd in the championship. He swapped squadrons this year with Matt Stone's group, and he's actually running along pretty nicely there at the moment, isn't he? So well inside the top 10 for another decent points haul.
Pertec pit reporters, lap 17 now, guys, out of 20.
And for car 17, Matty, it's going to be a pretty interesting championship scenario in the BP Ultimate Points score at the moment, Jonathan. That points lead is just dwindling away, and we have got maybe a change for second.
Yeah, it's unofficial for the moment, but it looks like Shane Van Gisbergen is going to close to within 40 points of Scott McLaughlin in the championship lead. Oh, there's always a battle when we get crossed through. And Cameron Waters still in with about 50 points. The overall round victory could go to De Pasquale, and that means his charity of Feel the Magic will take home the round prize.
Yeah, so Armour will offer up $1,000 for the charity of the driver's choice. Like you mentioned, Feel the Magic is the charity of choice for Anton De Pasquale. But if Shane Van Gisbergen can catch and pass him, that money will go to Wings for Life, which is Shane Van Gisbergen's chosen charity. So there's a bit of money to play for in these last 3.5 laps.
Yeah, that's where the $1,000, thanks to Armour, went in our last round to Shane Van Gisbergen. Cam Waters, of course, is in this mix. Should anything untoward happen, he's driving for Camp Quality, his chosen charity, and well done to Armour for offering up $1,000 for each round winner of the BP Supercars All-Stars E-Series. Thank you, fellas. Lap 17 out of 20. Di Pasquale has a 1.2 second lead over Shane Van Gisbergen. Cam Waters is a little bit further back as we zero in on Garth Tander. He's had a pretty quiet night back there in the Red Bull Holden Racer with the blue wheels on. He's back into position number 22. His first crack in this series.
There he is.
Got all the gear.
Motion sim. He's down the Melbourne Performance Centre GT. Serious pedigree as a series champion and long Bathurst winner. And he's pinched Michael Yann's race number for this evening, number 42. Actually, last time out as a Pertec Enduro Cup driver at Sandown, not podium. So, good operator, that man. He's actually got a bit to his credit. Look at him, 639 races, according to me, 55 race wins, 30 pole positions, 99 podiums in supercar competition. That's a fair lick, isn't it? Now, if Anton continues to do what he's doing at the moment, he'll move his win tally on in this series to 3. And Shane's sitting on 6 after his win earlier on this evening. So, oh man, that was close. Zane went about as close as you dared, actually ending up with that thing on its roof. Clipped the curb on the run down the hill. That was a bit spooky. Very easy to trip over the top of these curbs. So, what we're seeing at the moment is exactly what we talked about earlier in the evening, and that is Di Pasquale with a consolidation effort tonight that's going to make him a much bigger threat in the final rounds of this championship, leading to the 10th and final round coming up in June. Anton's got just on 1 second to Shane Van Gisbergen. Whoa, that goes round. And frustrating to do that in the unit car. There was a little livery change on that car recently, and Cam Waters 3rd, Scott McLaughlin 4th, Will Davison in 5th, then Will Power. So Zane just gathers it back up in front of Paulie Jones, and Macca's got Nick Burkett behind him as well. Replay thanks to BP at the top of the hill, and this is McLaughlin on the outside of Waters, and round he goes. So that was pretty costly for Scott McLaughlin. They were battling for 3rd position. Now McLaughlin has subsequently, you saw in that replay that Will Davison was in front of him, he's cleared Will once more, and he's back up into 4th position and trying to hunt down Cam Waters once more. So interesting to see whether Craig Baird has got a view on that. He might have actually done what he threatened to do early on. He's been pretty quiet, hasn't he? I think he's yanked the cable, either the NBN or the ADSL, or maybe it's dial-up at Beardo's too. I think it was up here.
It was after he'd been Lando through pit lane, wasn't it?
Miraculously, he's come to life apparently. I've been told he's on the line and waiting to pop a bit more of a sledging from me. What did you think about that one up at turn 1, Beardo? Do you think there's a case to answer for either of those blokes?
Yeah, definitely. We're trying to get Waters to reposition behind Scott McLaughlin.
Okay. So Cam,
We're just trying to get a message across to Cam Waters just for a reposition. They've both carried on, but one's gained advantage from contact.
Right. Thanks for that. Just want to make sure you're awake, Craig. I'm sure you're still tuned in.
He's with us. He's all over it, man. I've got your back, mate. Don't worry about continuity. So Cam Waters has got a 3.7 kilometres to make sure that he lets Scotty McLaughlin go through. And that'll put McLaughlin in position number 3. It's the go slow. Now Scott's finally got the message, and Will Davison goes, oh yeah, that's good. I'll go there.
Now this margin is closed right up, Matty, so it's officially 0.4 of a second, but it's close enough to apply pressure. And now it's caution to the wind in terms of using track limits. So these guys are at it. Closing stages of the final race of the evening. Van Gisbergen on the charge, hunting Di Pasquale, who might grab his 3rd win. Down the inside comes Shane, and he tags him and turns him, but he waits. He waits to clear him. They have made contact again for the 2nd time in 7 days, and I think Shane will redress. He has. So smart play, Shane Van Gisbergen, and that probably protects his 2nd place points. Smart bit of professional thinking racing involved by Shane Van Gisbergen there. So he got underneath him, he had a dive, and then he cleared him, and it lets Anton off the hook. And chances are now he'll close this deal. He's getting his 150 points. This is what he's been looking for. So Anton Di Pasquale takes the win And the final race of the evening at the Circuit of the Americas in Texas, and a smart bit of play there by Shane Van Gisbergen to come home in second place and redress when he needed to make a quick decision, followed by Scott McLaughlin in third, having sorted those placings out with Cam Waters.
So a bit of drama on the final lap. A bruise and a bruise between these guys. And then it turns into a big bruise, but Shane Van Gisbergen was smart enough and quick enough to take his own action and make sure that Anton De Pasquale got what he deserved in that, which is his third race victory in this series.
And he's the unofficial round winner, Anton, and that means that the $1,000 will go to Feel the Magic. So well done to Anton, and nice work by Shane as well.
Wow, what a dramatic finish. Scott McLaughlin on the podium again, so that's the second time that the podium's been made up of a mixture of De Pasquale, Van Gisbergen and McLaughlin. Cam Waters unlucky there in fourth. Will Power finishes inside the top five, and Lando Norris, a stunning effort this evening. Victory in the second race and a top 10 finish in the third and final one of the night. Position 11 goes to Andre Heimgartner. Then Austin Cindric, our other wild card, finished in position number 15. David Reynolds in 20th for Erebus Motorsport. As we move through the field, we find Garth Tander, Jake Kostecki there in 26th, and Craig Lowndes in position number 30 on his return to Supercars racing, albeit virtually. So the Koala race highlights. Remember, the accrued points made up our grid here. So we had De Pasquale and Van Gisbergen off the start. We already had two shorter races going into this one. A lot of the action on the inside here up at turn one. Up towards the hill. That hard left-hand turn, and Scott McLaughlin was involved in some contact there again. Will Power and Will Davison did well to avoid any of that damage. They speared off to the right and got the heck out of there. McLaughlin then gets back into the groove, but this was the one that would cost Cam Waters another podium finish. He had to redress that position. That was a little later on, so battle here between De Pasquale and Van Gisbergen. Out of pit lane. They waited to the final lap while Jake Kostecki and Zane Goddard had a bit of drama. Oh, that was Lounsey arriving on the scene, and then it all came down to this, the final lap of the night. It was about a 1 second gap. It closed so quickly. Van Gisbergen gets closer and closer and closer, and then too close, and the Penrite racer gets spun around. You thought that it couldn't happen again? It did. But by then, Shane Van Gisbergen knew he was in the wrong. He stepped back. De Pasquale goes ahead and gets another victory on an eventful night in the BP Supercars All-Stars E-Series.
Well, Anton De Pasquale is the round winner.